In the heart of Iraq, where the Tigris flows gently, there once stood a city like no other. Baghdad, a city of light, of knowledge, and wonder. For centuries, it was a sanctuary for the human spirit, a place where ideas thrived, where science, art, and wisdom flourished. But in the year 1258, everything changed. A great silence fell, and the lights went out. Let us go back to understand what was lost and how it slipped away. The Abbasid Caliphate, a jewel of human civilization. At its height, it stretched from the Atlantic Ocean to the borders of China. Over 30 million people lived under its banner, a tapestry of cultures, languages, and faiths. At its heart stood Baghdad, one of the largest cities on earth, home to nearly 1 million souls. A city of domes, gardens, libraries, and dreams. The Grand Mosque, the Round City, and most treasured of all, the House of Wisdom. Here, knowledge from Greece, India, Persia, and Rome was translated, preserved, expanded. It was the age of Al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra, the era of Al-Razi, of Ibn Sina, the heartbeat of the Islamic Golden Age. But as all great empires do, the Abbasids began to fade. By the 13th century, the Abbasid Caliphate had fractured. Its reach extended little beyond the walls of Baghdad. Egypt had fallen under Mamluk rule. Persia was divided. The Ayyubids held Syria, and the once mighty Seljuks had disappeared. The world was changing, and not in Baghdad's favor. The Caliph, Al-Musta'sim, still wore the crown, but held little power. Isolated in his palace, surrounded by flatterers, and by one man in particular, his vizier, Ibn al-Alqami, a man of quiet ambition. Many believe he misled the caliph, overstated Baghdad's strength, dismissed the Mongol threat. Some even whisper that he betrayed the city. Far to the east, in the great steppes, a storm was rising. In 1206, a man named Temujin united the tribes. He became Genghis Khan, and the world would never be the same. The Mongols swept across Asia. Cities fell. Empires vanished. Genghis Khan spoke, and the world listened in fear.
I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me.
After him came his grandson, Hulagu Khan. He moved west, not for faith, not for gold, but for control. He crushed the assassins. He burned the kingdom of Georgia. Cities in Persia and the Caucasus fell like leaves. Then, he turned to Baghdad, a symbol, a beacon, a challenge. He intended to erase it. Hulagu sent a message: surrender or be destroyed. Al-Musta'sim refused, confident that the Muslim world would come to his aid. But they didn't. No armies came. No reinforcements crossed the desert. Baghdad stood alone. The scroll was delivered, and the caliph replied, "Go back to where you came from, or besiege this city." So Hulagu did. January 1258. The Mongols encircled the city. They brought siege towers, catapults, Chinese engineers. They dammed the Tigris, starved the people, and rained fire upon the walls. Stones crashed into homes. Arrows blackened the skies. Inside the city, panic spread. On February 4th, the walls fell. 6 days later, Al-Musta'sim surrendered. And then, silence. For 3 days, nothing. Until February 13th. The gates opened. The Nestorian Christians were told, "Remain in your churches, and you will be spared." They were, but the rest of Baghdad faced ruin.
They spared neither the old nor the young, neither the learned nor the innocent.
So wrote Atta Malik Juvaini, a witness, a survivor. The Mongols butchered men, dragged women from their homes, burned children with the scrolls. The House of Wisdom, the greatest library the world had known, reduced to ash. Scrolls that held the knowledge of centuries, thrown into the Tigris. Its ink bled into the river. The Tigris turned black. Hospitals, schools, mosques, gone. The streets of Baghdad, once filled with scholars and merchants, now ran red. Entire districts were wiped clean of life. Houses set ablaze. Bodies left unburied. The Caliph, some say he was starved. Others, that he was wrapped in a carpet and trampled, so his blood wouldn't touch the ground. Marco Polo will
They
later
made
write,
such a slaughter. It was a grievous sight to behold.
between 90,000 and 1 million souls. Gone. The Abbasid Caliphate, after 5 centuries, was no more. This was not just the fall of a city. It was the collapse of an era. Mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy. The Golden Age of Islam, silenced. And in that silence, the world dimmed. In 2003, Baghdad fell again. Different soldiers, different flags, but the same result. Museums looted, libraries destroyed, knowledge lost. It seems the world had forgotten. Yet, Baghdad still stands, wounded, but alive. Because ideas never truly die. This was Baghdad. A wonder, a warning, a whisper from the past. Thank you for watching. This is Voices from the Past. Like and subscribe for more, because the past is still speaking.